Today, I recently got a new orchid in the mail from Louisiana Orchid Connection, and I figured I would show you guys what I got as well as how I've been keeping it over the past couple of weeks or month whenever I release this. So I'm pretty excited for this plant. I only recently kind of caught interest in this genus and this plant, but of course I'm pretty excited, as we all are when we get a new orchid. Again, this is from Louisiana Orchid Connection. This is a Neofinetia Falcata, or vanda Falcata, which I think it's more accurate, but I will still be calling it Neofinetia. This is the kind of just vanilla variety Neofinetia. I think this one's blooms are pink, but nothing too fancy about it. But I figured I'd give growing these guys a try. I think they're really attractive plants. They, of course, have a very rich history of the Japanese and how they grow them. I'm Japanese, and actually my great-grandfather really liked to grow Neofinetia, which I didn't really realize or appreciate when I was younger. But it's kind of cool to, connect with connect with your family or your culture through something like growing plants or what have you. So I will finish getting this guy out of his packaging. The packaging looks really good. And then I'll come back and show you guys the plant. All right, cool. So here is the plant, Neofinetia Falcata Pink from Louisiana Orchid Connection. And again, I think it's just kind of the vanilla Neofinetia. I am kind of still trying to, the plant looks really good. The roots look healthy. Looks like he didn't mind the shipping too much. And also, you can see right there, he has as they do, those beautiful kind of purple pink root tips. So he did not seem to mind the shipping too much. I'm still trying to decide how I want to go about growing this. I don't think I will grow it in the kind of traditional Japanese way of growing Neofinetia, where they have that sphagnum mount, and it's, the plant is kind of in that mount above the potting lip. But for the time being, I'll probably just leave him in this. It's kind of a medium, small-sized bark. He looks like he's doing well, so I'll leave him in there for now. In the future, I may end up mounting it, because I have a really strong interest in how these plants grow in nature, and I try my best to replicate that, even in the way that they look, not just in the way that we grow them. So again, I'll kind of touch back in on this plant over the next couple of weeks or however many it is, and then see how he fares and see if he likes the conditions I have. So that's it for today. I will add, again, clips of him over the next couple of weeks. So it's a couple days later. He looks good. One thing I have noticed with growing, kind of with this bark, is it's difficult for me, at least, to tell when it needs to be watered, because the top bark might be dry, but it's kind of difficult for me to tell if all of the bark is dry, if it's wet at the bottom, should I water it? So that's kind of the only consideration I have about this setup, especially because it's not a clear pot. So because of that, again, I do want to leave him in here because I just want him to get acclimated to my growing conditions, the light level, but I don't like this combination of a not clear pot mixed with the bark, which is difficult for me to tell if he needs watering or not. So I especially think that mounting it might be a good way to go. So I've had this guy for, I don't know, a week or two. And if you guys recall, I was having issues with this black pot just because it's in orchid bark. But I have a difficult time telling if it is totally dry, if it needs to be watered. Again, because I can see the top layer of bark, but I'm struggling to know if he needs to be watered. So because of that, I placed an order with Quarter Acre Orchids. I've purchased from them previously. I like their stuff, especially their pots. So you can see I got some New Zealand sphagnum moss, which is always good to have. And then what I really like from them is their selection of pots, especially clear pots. So I'll show you guys what I got. I tried to get a couple of different ones and see what's going to work best for the plant that I have. All right, so here is the haul, again, from Quarter Acre Orchids. I would recommend checking out their stuff. I really like their products. Again, especially their clear pots. They have a really diverse selection. So just eyeballing it, this guy is a pretty good fit. I really like how clear it is. But this guy seems to be maybe a slightly better fit. Might be a little bit too big. The only thing with something like this is I'm a little bit concerned that it may dry out too quickly. You can see it's pretty appropriately sized. So I guess what I'm going to do is take him out and just see how he fits in the different pots. And you can see that his roots look really good. Even here, like, I'm surprised at how moist some of this bark is. Just judging by the top bark, I wouldn't have expected that. So I'm kind of glad that I did decide to get a clear pot. So just eyeballing it. Something like this seems reasonable, but the more I think about it, I'm a little bit worried that the roots are not going to get enough airflow in something like this. So I think I'm instead going to opt for something like this. You can see it's got an indent at the bottom to give more airflow. So I guess I'll try that. I actually got a couple more styrofoam peanuts to place at the bottom. All right, you can see it looks good, takes up the bottom. So let's try this again. All right, so I got them all potted up. The bark just goes to the very base of them, styrofoam peanuts at the bottom. So we'll see how long this lasts. Again, I'm not totally certain if I want to keep it potted forever. I really would like to mount it just because I like seeing how they grow. But for now, I think this is good. Put the tag back in. And there we go. I think this is going to be a pretty good solution. It is a lot easier for me to tell if it needs to be watered, as well as I think the roots are going to get more air this way because of the slits in the pot. So yeah, that's kind of the status of this guy. I will, if anything changes, I'll update it, or if I eventually get around to mounting it, I'm sure I'll post something about it. But for now, I guess let's see how he does. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Again, I definitely check out Quarter Acre Orchids, especially if you're looking for clear pots. I find them really helpful. I think they also look pretty good. You can run into some issues with algae, but I really value being able to see what's going on with the roots. So that's it for this one. Thanks, guys. So that is it for now. I really do appreciate anybody that watched this. If you have questions, suggestions, again, do let me know. And yeah, I'll hopefully keep you guys updated on it. It's continuing to grow well, and if I get around to mounting it, I will make a video on that and kind of tell you guys how it does. So thanks again, all.